Hotate Sashimi, one of my favorite dishes to make. Incredibly sweet and creamy when properly prepared, the combination of the citrus trifecta will create an umami explosion in every bite. Let's start making a brine bath for cleaning the hotate. Avoid using table salt. It'll ruin the taste of your hotate. Wipe off any large debris. They do not need to be perfectly clean. Soak hotate in brine water to gracefully dispatch them, and freshen the flavor by removing the residue. Soak for 10 minutes to properly clean. It'll release once dispatched. They can be soaked for several hours before the flavor is affected. Prepare 2 bowls, one with brine water and another with fresh water to complete the cleaning process. The hotate will easily open during this stage. Gently pry off the interior by scooping fingers underneath. Avoid contaminating the fresh water. It's used to purify the hotate, making it safe for raw consumption. Carefully sink fingers in, and gently peel away the adductor muscle. Avoid using any blunt or sharp objects, or it'll destroy the delicate flesh. The mantle is fully edible. It can be prepared as sashimi or a delicious jerky. Using your hands is highly recommended. It helps you feel where everything is at. Repeat the process for the remaining hotate. After the first attempt, it'll become second nature. After rinsing hotate in fresh water, they'll be ready for consumption. They will appear plump and white, like this one here. Let's go over some of our ingredients. Our first ingredient, a medley of microgreens. It may be hard to recognize it, but this is actually cilantro in its true leaf stage. And next to it's nasturtium. It has the same flavor profile as wasabi. Mist microgreens before harvesting. This rinses off 80 dust and also hydrates them. Hi everyone, meet shiso. My adopted feral kitty. More about her later, but feel free to leave a comment if you'd like to know more about her. Don't worry about the microgreen tray that she's sleeping on. She tends to lay on the ones I've already harvested. Red sorrel is a very popular microgreen. They're ready to harvest after 30 to 45 days. It tastes similar to lime zest, with a subtle earthy finish. Several varieties of finger limes have been collected from my garden to form this beautiful assortment. Finger limes will fruit 2 to 3 times a year, depending on your climate. Greens, pinks, purples, reds, yellows, white colors, each have their own characteristics and flavor profiles. The best way to experience them is to mix them so they complement each other. Avoid cutting the finger limes in half. They'll damage most of your yield. Maximize it by squeezing from the ends. Once all the ingredients have been staged, it's time for plating. Start by slicing the hotate to form a butterfly. This method releases the full flavor, also making it much easier to enjoy. We'll be complementing each of the hotate with the following sauces I've made. Explore my channel for the recipe. Umezu, a fermented ume sauce that is fruity and tart with the shiso note. Yuzu Kosho, a fermented yuzu zest, yatsufuta Japanese chilies, and seaweed-infused salt, mixed with fresh yuzu juice. Wasabi Shoyu, Japanese light soy sauce mixed with freshly grated Azumina wasabi rhizomes and stems. Earthy, rich, sweet and spicy notes. Use a marinade brush to soak in the sauce. Lightly brush the plate as the base for the hotate. Make 2 to 3 passes to evenly distribute the juices. Soak brush in water after each sauce to avoid flavor impurities. Repeat the process for the other 2 sauces. Gently place hotate over the sauce. Use a marinade brush to soak the juices and lightly spread over one of the hotate. Lightly brush fresh yuzu juice on the hotate to draw out the flavors. Repeat the process for the other 2 varieties. Garnish with microgreens of your choice. I recommend red veined sorrel for added acidity, bull's blood for a sweet crunch, cilantro for a refreshing note, and nasturtium for a spicy and earthy kick. Separate the vesicles from the seeds before garnishing. Seeds can be replanted by sun drying for a week. Add another finger lime variety to enhance the flavors. Finger limes have a shelf life of 1 to 2 months, as long as they're not opened and kept in the refrigerator. the flavor will not be compromised. Yuzu Salt. Grated yuzu rinds crushed with pink salt to draw out the flavors. Umeboshi Salt. Sun-dried shiso mixed with umeboshi salt crystals. Wasabi Nori Salt. Freshly grated wasabi crushed with coarse seaweed salt from Japan. The acidity trifecta of the sauces, finger limes, yuzu juice, and artisan salts will create an umami flavor you've never experienced before. For recipes featured in this episode, please explore my channel. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos.